Yo, really quick before we start this podcast, I know it's been a while. We'll get to that in a minute. But before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to my cousin, my dog, my bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know already, it's Soup's Videos. He opened up his brand new restaurant on 3019 Georgia Ave, Northwest DC. It's gonna be all halal. You know, they got chicken, gyro, they got wraps, they got wings, they got fries, they got man, they got everything. So if you in DC and you need some grub, you already know where to go. We got you. Also, when you walk into the restaurant, we give you the ball. You make a shot on a halal wrist mini hoop, you get a free meal. Tell me another restaurant that does that, bro. Tell me another restaurant that even comes close to that. Alright then. Hello and welcome back to the BS Nation podcast. Okay, look, I know it's been a while. You guys have missed us, our corny jokes, our lame commentary. Tons of people have been flooding my DMs, obviously asking about the podcast, where we've been. Look, I mean, we've just been taking care of some things, you know. Motherfuckers got school, motherfuckers got work. We got real lives we gotta live over here, you know what I'm saying? Not everything's easy, you know? But as of late, I've just been, doing school.
If you throw that, you're gonna break his neck.
Pull an MJ and come out of retirement, but nonetheless, I'm here with the president, Byron.
Man, who's the president? Byron. Who's the president? Byron. Fuck your life. Bing bong.
What's up, everybody? It's good to be back, man. I mean, we were off for a little bit, but we're back now, man. You ready to work? So let's just get this shit started. All right, so for the first topic, if you're a virgin, should you fuck a girl even if you don't like her? Like, should you do it just to get it over with?
Okay. I could work with that. Okay, so here's the thing. I personally wouldn't. The only circumstances that would probably push me to that would be if the opportunity was just so good to pass up on. Like, if it was supermodel status. Okay, not supermodel status, but if it was a really bad joint. If it was just someone that I couldn't, if it was just someone that I couldn't just unwrap my head around, then, I'm all in, right? Just to do it, just to get it over with. And at least I can say, hey, I piped that joint. And none of y'all else did it.
But what if you're not even sexually attracted to her, but the opportunity is there?
That's the thing. Obviously, I said that's why I said if the opportunity was too good to pass up on, like if she was a really bad joint. Well, wait, you're asking me if like
she's not bad.
Oh,
to
if
you.
I'm
like,
not bad,
she's not like she's not sexually attractive to you, and you're just, but the opportunity is just there. Like, she's on your dick 24/7, and you're.
Well, shit. In that case, I probably wouldn't, because I would be level-headed, right? I would be obviously thinking straight at that point. Okay. But when you see like some serious eye candy or some shit, like that's when your brain it stops thinking and the blood flows down there. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, I'm not saying I'm a desperate person by any means, so I don't really see myself, taking an opportunity like that. But hey, if the right person comes along, you might just need to tag along.
All right. I mean, dude, I feel like it depends on what kind of person you are, to be honest, bro. Like, if you're somebody that just, you value that kind of shit, like you'd rather wait for somebody, or whatever the hell. But that really just depends on who you are. But if you really don't give a shit about any of that, you could just be like, you know what, fuck it, and just like go for it. But she could be just put a bag over her head and fuck it. I'm getting this shit over with, bro. vcard gone, boy.
What?
You know what I mean? So it's no. I mean, I know personal instances where there's people that I have friends, like people that I know that have had, an opportunity to do something with somebody that they were not necessarily attracted to, like relationship wise or any of that stuff, but they still like they hit just to hit. and they were virgins before that. And then like afterwards, they kind of just had the confidence to, to kind of just put themselves out there a little bit more. But the way they lost their, their virginity was kind of, in my opinion, it was a little like, it could have been a little bit different. But like I said, like it depends on the person, because sometimes you don't care about all that stuff. You don't care about that. Oh yeah, I gotta wait for this type of girl, and it's not always like, like some religious stuff where you gotta wait for marriage and nothing like that. But sometimes you want to at least do it with a girl that you like. You know what I mean?
Shit, that you're not lying, because a lot of people, not gonna name any names, but a lot of people are out there waiting for the perfect moment. That perfect moment's not gonna happen, bro. You gotta get out of your own head. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything is made to be a Disney fantasy. Like, a lot of things out there you gotta go and get yourself. And if you're probably waiting for someone to crawl up on your door and just not like open up and just get naked in front of you, it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, it might, but it might not be the most beautiful, most gorgeous looking person. But hey, opportunities do come. But all I'm saying is,
you wouldn't do it.
I would do it if it was like if it was the right circumstances. Like, she was bad, I was feeling it. But if it's like a 50-50 where it's like I'm not even really feeling the joint, but we were just at like at a party or something, and she was like all up on me, I'm not gonna go in, but I'll get some top or something, something.
You finna catch some shit, bro.
Hey, I mean, I'd rather catch like a disease than catch a case. You know what I'm saying?
What did he say? What?
All right, chill, bro. What?
No.
This took a whole nother time.
Hey.
What? Yo. Oh my god. All right, that was Sultan that said that. I just want to verify that.
Yeah, that was me.
Just in case. That's in case. Nah, but like I feel like it would be okay if both people, like, let's say you like both people wanted to do it, but like no feelings attached, right?
Yeah.
But let's say like you kind of like, yeah, you don't like the girl, but then at the same time you're kind of leading her on, and she really likes you or this and that, and then you do something like that, you get intimate with that person. Now I think it's like wrong, because you're playing with that person. But like I said, it really depends on people. Some people just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are just gonna do it just to do it. But I mean, that kind of helps in a sense, because you get your confidence up and you get experience.
Yeah.
But not everybody thinks the same. Like I personally, I'm not the type of person that would do it just for experience. Like, I always have like I always envision it like happening in like some sort of romantic ass way, when in reality it's like, it's probably not. It's just some people just gotta take the opportunities that they're handed, and some other people work for their opportunities. But
yeah, man, for sure. I mean, not everything's gonna be a fairy tale, but at the same time, there's some people that don't take their opportunities, and that's why we got 40-year-old virgins. I'm not saying that in like an offensive way to offend nobody, but sometimes people just wait too long. And I mean, everybody knows why they do what they do. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, some people, their opportunities, they're not, as how do I say this? They're not as common like it is for other people. So, I mean, like I said, if it's two people and they mutually agree that there's no feelings, but they don't necessarily, they're not attracted to each other with feelings, it's just kind of just lust, then I mean, I guess it's okay. But if you got one person leading the other, then it's just fucked up, bro. Y'all dudes just need to chill out.
all right, so like, obviously it's gonna be related to the topic, but do you think that in this day and age, right, in the 21st century, 2022, do you think that if you're a virgin, you're kind of looked down upon in a society, like in the sense of you don't have as much value to you if you're a virgin and if you're a guy? Do you think that's like?
Well, Well, since you said if you're a guy, I feel like that changes a little bit of what I was gonna say. I feel like the people that devalue you for just being a virgin, I feel like those people are just stupid, bro. I feel like that's like, obviously it's everybody's decision, and sometimes it's not even a decision thing. Sometimes it's just people haven't been in the right situations, to get it on with somebody else, or whatever, been in a good relationship, or been with somebody that they trust enough. I don't think that they should be looked down upon, even though they are. To answer your question, yes, a lot of people are
Mm-hmm.
looked down upon, a crap ton of people, especially in like in like like, obviously they shouldn't because they're little as kids, but like early high school up until like a little bit of college, it's like a lot of people, obviously in high school, a lot of people lie about it, right? Like I had a lot of friends that would always bullshit about, oh, I'm about to go, sleep with this girl, or do this or do that, and they're bullshitting, right?
Yeah.
But then later on, when it comes to like late high school, senior year, a little bit afterwards or whatever, people expect for you to, to participate in those sort of things, and not everybody, participates in that, because either they don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever it is that you like, whatever, right? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't really, how do I say, they can't be a part of that, sexual community where you have your partner, you have your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and you consistently, doing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should be looked upon, down upon, just because you're a virgin, because like I said, it's not always a choice for some people, obviously. I think it's stupid. I think you're stupid if you look down upon people that are.
No, 100%, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I personally know a lot of people who, well, I wouldn't say recently lost their virginity, but shortly, like during high school or like after a little bit, they lost it,
Hmm.
and they kind of changed it. Like it kind of changes your perspective on life a little bit, I feel like, and that's what
Hmm.
makes me feel like once you lose it, you look at everyone else around you, you're like, yo, I wonder if everyone else has done this. Like you probably feel like you're a little bit more elevated than the other people that you're surrounded with. So for example, like um say for example you're in a class and everybody in there is not a virgin, right? And two new students walk in and they're virgins. Obviously, if you knew
Quick
that,
maths.
you know,
Okay.
people would probably not value them as high as people who are not virgins, because not
But
to.
then again, how would you even know though? It's the thing. It's like, there's people that would be like, "Oh, that person looks like a virgin,"
Yeah, a
or,
lot of people, you can you
But
can
dude,
tell by
I've
looking a
learned
lot.
my mistake. I've learned my mistake when it comes to that, actually, because there's been times before, not in like in a bad or in a stupid way, but there's been times before where I see somebody, and in my head, if I'm even thinking about it in that way, it's like, oh, that person looks like, like they're a virgin, or like they're just kind of still like a little bit innocent in
Yeah,
that sense or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that you can tell by posture, body language, how they dress, um, you know, what they look. Okay, well, not. I'm not judging people for being ugly or for not looking like a certain way, but um, sometimes you could just tell when someone is right, and you don't show them as much respect as you would, for example, somebody that you know who is, and somebody that you know who dresses better, or somebody that you know who probably has more authority. It's just one of those
Mhm.
unfortunate things where it's like you're gonna be looked down upon, like regardless, unless you're like one of those, unless you're like a business owner, or you're just a boss, or you're balling, or you just have something going for you at a young age, but you're still a virgin. People will probably show you respect, but only because of your money and your assets and whatnot, right? Your status. Um, but
Yeah.
again,
I mean, people just like to talk shit, bro.
yeah,
It's just how it is.
but it just sucks because there's nothing you can do about it but try to get some pee, and maybe people will look at you differently, maybe you'll level up, but I don't know, it's a struggle.
I guess it is, man.
I don't know. Just throw in some more shit if you want, bro.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, you're right. But I mean, in my opinion though, like I told you before, I don't necessarily think you can actually tell if somebody is a virgin or not, because like I told you, I've actually made that mistake
Well,
before.
for guys or
Be
for are
like,
you
oh,
talking
this
about if a guy's a virgin or for a girl's a virgin?
both. I've made the mistake for both, and necessarily, dude, it's like it doesn't. It like you could, right, like there could be like a something where it could be like a higher chance that that person is not, right, but you cannot always 100% of the time tell, because believe it or not, just because people get intimate, that doesn't necessarily mean they change the way they are or the way they think.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least not drastically enough for it to show. So I don't necessarily think that, you could tell just from looking at somebody. A lot of people will say different, but I mean, that's my opinion.
Mm.
And like going back to the topic that you asked about people, looking down upon virgins and shit like that. I think that's just like a big problem in today's world, where it's like, dude, in social media and pornography, all that stuff, it just has so much to do with that shit.
Yeah,
Because
it's being
nowadays,
promoted everywhere.
it's being promoted everywhere. But like, imagine, like a 11, 12-year-old kid could literally get pornography anywhere if they have a phone.
Yeah.
There's 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds with iPhone 13s. All you gotta do is go on Ignicio mode and search up some porn or whatever, take it off, and
You
then
mean incognito
they'll
mode?
never know. Incognito,
He said
whatever the hell that
Ignacio
shit is,
mode.
bro. Nah, see, that's how you know I don't even use that shit. I don't even know how to say it.
That's true.
But like yeah, it's just that, imagine back in the day, to get any kind of like, sexual content, like magazines,
You had to
DVDs,
buy it.
you had to buy it, and to buy it you had to be of age, or you had to
And
like
you
buy
can't
it like
really
on the
hide
down
that shit
low
either.
from somebody. Well, you could under the
could,
mattress or
but-
some shit, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's very different, because for you to even get your hands on stuff like that, you had to be old enough to like be even thinking about it in that way,
Mhm.
to even be thinking about it in that way. So it's like, back in the day, as a young kid, you weren't thinking about that so much as in nowadays. Like, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a 7, 8-year-old kid watching some shit he's not supposed to.
No, dude, for sure.
Uh,
Because we were one of them.
oh no. Nah, but for real though, it's just that in today's world, everything is like seen in that way. Like, you watch porn, everybody's like, oh damn, that nigga got a horse dick. Like, why is my dick like 12 inches or 13, 14? It's like, bro, like, it's fake. It's like, all that shit is just like, it's not what it seems to be. And a lot of people don't have that knowledge to tell the difference between real or fake. They're actors. Whether you like whatever the scene is, whatever it looks like, they're actors.
Exactly.
And you get the wrong perception of, like, you see that all the time. So like, you go to school, and you see a girl, like a good looking girl, and now you have those thoughts coming into you. You're like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and you're like, damn,
right.
I want to ram that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, you just start having a bunch of sexual thoughts, and then sexual thoughts lead to other things, and then it's just like,
And then it leads to
society
you
today,
trying to
bro.
like pursue it, and then once you actually pursue it, it turns into like some sort of actual serious sexual addiction. You might want to keep going and going until you reach the top, and then you realize that it never ends, and then you just turn into like some vicious cycle. Then
Yeah, dude, believe it or not, I mean, there's a lot of people that have like a porn addiction problem, and it's difficult for people to let go of this shit. Like, I don't know if you heard the story about Billie Eilish. She's actually against that, because she says that porn affected her in such a bad way when she was younger. She started watching it like at a very young age, and she said it messed her up mentally and all this shit. You could read about it.
Yeah.
Like, she has like this campaign or this thing going against it, so that it's harder for younger people to get access to that shit. But I mean, oh my goodness, bro. There's so many stories I could I could tell when I'm talking about that stuff, but we could just save that for another time.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, dude, the addiction could get so bad. Just think about it. Imagine, right? You're watching that since like a very young age. You're a very lustful person. You're like, like you're somebody that gets, you could get desperate from some shit like that, right? I'm not saying that you are, or that I know somebody like that, or that I am myself, right? But I'm just saying situations like this could happen, where there could be somebody that gets, on that shit like at a very young age, and then they grow up, always just thinking about that shit, but they don't have a girlfriend, or they don't have a partner, or they just can't get active, like, sexually.
Yeah.
And then they grow up, they get old, and they start having like bad thoughts, rape, all this other shit. Like, you never know what could come out of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you never know it. Like, it's crazy.
Dude, and it doesn't help. Well, I don't know how many people are only childs out there, but shout out to the motherfuckers who are, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't help being an only child, being in a house alone, when you know you have the freedom to do whatever you want. Dude, that shit, it gets hectic sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the entire house to yourself. You're doing nothing.
Toothbrush.
You're doing nothing but thinking. Just, like, what if I do this right now? What if I do that? Yeah, you can get a toothbrush and go crazy with it. I'm not gonna name names, but it leads to some crazy thoughts. And I mean, sometimes, depending on how serious you are, you might act upon them or not. But yeah, you get some crazy thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of people who bottle their like emotions and their thoughts and shit up, and then one day they let loose, and you don't know what they could do. Like Byron was saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, chill.
Like Byron was saying, I mean, you get some crazy thoughts of, harassing somebody, the R word. I'm not going to fully say it, but
right.
You get those crazy thoughts, and, whether you're going to act upon them or not is up to you. But if you're willing to face the time, then go ahead, do the crime.
Hey, chill.
Hey, but, I don't encourage any of this behavior. I know y'all can get lonely, but please don't ever get to some like drastic measures like this. You know what I'm saying? Just practice safe sex, condoms first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, leading back to the question and actually answering it straight up, I personally think that you should never look down upon somebody just because of their sexual status. Because hey, they could be a really cool person. Like a lot of the coolest people I've met actually were virgins. Just for the record, not naming any names, but yeah, there are a lot of cool virgins out there, man. Don't be discouraged. You still got a life to live in front of you. Ain't all sunshine and rainbows just because you got a girl under your lap or on your lap. But anywho, moving on to the question of the day, which is going to be a series that we are going to ask and answer ourselves until we get a good enough following, because you motherfuckers are fake as fuck. So yeah, here's a question, Byron. Would you take 10 years of jail time? So that's 10 years of your fucking life gone for $10 million. Like straight up, as soon as you walk out that fucking the penthouse.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Did I just say fucking penthouse? The fuck am I talking about? As soon as you walk out of the prison, a motherfucker is there handing you $10 million in cash. Or would you rather pick the more safer option, I would say, and take $200 every day passively? So you're earning $200 passively every day for the next 20 years.
Bro, that's a no-brainer for me, bro. There's no way in hell I'm taking 10 years of prison for $10 million.
You
That's
sure?
crazy. Hell yeah, because, if it was the option alone, then maybe, right? But you give me the option that I'm getting passive income daily without me having to do anything, and I'm just chilling. I'm not in jail. Think about it, bro. If I'm putting that money somewhere where it's growing, I'll have way more than $10 million by the time 10 years go by.
That's true. And here's the thing. I'll just do the math for you real quick in case you were going to choose. Well, you did choose the passive income option, but just to give you the math on that, you would be getting $1,460,000 over 20 years.
Well, yeah, but like I said, if you put it in a place that grows with interest, let's say in a place that it grows your interest by like 9 to 12% every single, every single year.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's a no-brainer.
But
It's a
technically,
no-brainer.
by the time that passive income gets to the level of 10 million, you would have made 10 million instantly just by going to jail. Although you do
Yeah,
have to wait
but
10 years.
regardless, I mean, if I let's say I had those 1 million or whatever the heck, or those 2 million, 3 million, however much it is that it grows. If I do spend all of it, I'll still have passive income because you didn't give me a limit to when that 200 would stop. So regardless, I'll take $200 of passive income every day, other than just getting 10 million straight up, because you basically you have unlimited potential with passive income, bro.
That's true, but it's only up to 20 years.
You didn't say 20 years though.
I did. You can actually read the question. I said, would you take $200 every day passively for the next 20 years?
Yes, I would.
So
I still
you'd still
would.
do that over the jail time.
Yes, I still would.
Okay. That's an interesting question. I'm not going to answer it though. I'll leave the subscribers down below to chip in and give their 2 cents, because I know they'll have some interesting responses to that, because everyone has differing
Yeah.
opinions.
And y'all fake ass people better start commenting on these videos though, for real.
Yeah. It's like, nah, I saw love. I know y'all gonna grow our community up a little bit. We getting there. We got some clout. We got some stuff building up. So eventually we'll make it. But for now, we're gonna start answering the questions. And when I feel like we have an active community, we'll start asking you guys the questions. We're not gonna answer them anymore. We're gonna rely on you. But hey, that was a question today. You know what I'm saying? It was our comeback episode. We took a little hiatus, had things to do, but I already know what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And please hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all of our latest podcasts, because I know you will. But hey, stay safe, live on the edge, and I'm out.